Hello everybody, this is Jill Cook. She's a researcher going into tendons and problem with tendons. I'll say it in Hebrew as well, okay? שלום, זאתי ג'יל קוק, היא חוקרת מתחום הגידים וכאבים בגידים, ואנחנו נשאל אותה כמה שאלות. Okay, I want to ask you a few questions. Do you mind?
No, I'm very happy.
Okay, I want to ask you, is there tendon pain?
Yes, we have pain in our tendons when we load them usually. It tends to be very localized and it tends to hurt more if you load it more. So you can get pain over tendons that's not actually pain from the tendon, so you have to distinguish, you have to get your physio to distinguish if the pain is the tendon or it's from another source that's giving you pain around or over the tendon.
And if I have an MRI or ultrasound imaging saying that my tendon looks bad, does that mean anything?
No, it doesn't. What it means is that you have pathology in your tendon, but we know that many people have pathology in their tendon and they don't have any pain. So you can have a picture that shows that you have pathology, but you can actually have pain from another source. So it doesn't mean that you have to have tendon pain. And you have to again have a very good clinical examination that will tell you whether it's the pain is from the tendon or from somewhere else.
So there's no correlation between the amount of bad imaging and degenerative changes and pain? No,
there's no correlation whatsoever. You can have a tendon that looks very bad on imaging and never have any pain in your whole life. The converse is you can have a tendon that only has a little bit of pathology and you can have quite substantial pain. So your pictures don't help you and they don't help your clinician decide if your tendon is the source of the pain. They don't help you decide whether you're going to get better or not. You've got a very equal chance of getting better if your pathology is terrible or looks worse than if your pathology doesn't look that bad.
Okay, so when will I have a tendon pain? What needs to happen
for you to develop tendon pain?
Yeah.
So classically what happens is someone does something that's different. So they...
What different
means that they've loaded it more. So it's easy to talk about the Achilles because a lot of people have Achilles tendon pain. So if you change how much you run, or you start walking more, or you start climbing steps more, or you take up a new sport, all of those things are a load on the Achilles tendon that it's not used to, and it can become painful because it's not used to the load.
So should I stop doing the things? Don't start doing exercise, just stop?
You should probably look at how much you're doing. So what it will be is a sudden change in load. So what you can do to help your tendon pain is actually just keep doing the activity, but do less of it. Don't do it as many times a week, or don't do it for as long each time. That can sometimes get your pain under control, and then you can gradually increase the amount of activity you do. If you decrease the activity you do, and it doesn't change your pain, you still have pain, then you're probably best to seek some professional advice on how best to manage that pain.
And if I do exercise on a daily basis or several times a week and I change something and now I have pain, should I stop doing my exercises? What should I do?
You should go back to what wasn't painful. So if you're normally exercising and you add a new exercise or a new activity, perhaps stop doing that activity, go back to stuff that wasn't painful, and then gradually change your load. So instead of suddenly adding a new activity or sport, add a little bit of it, and then see if your tendon is happy, and if it is, add a little bit more. So you just change your loads gradually. Again, if you're really struggling to understand that, best to get professional advice. Someone can guide you very clearly about what's good load and what's not good load.
Okay, so if I'll go to the physiotherapist and what his advice would be, should I get ultrasound or TENS, or which treatment would be the best for tendon?
Yes, so the passive treatments, the machines and the massage really don't help tendons very much. What you need your physiotherapist to do is to work out why your tendons got sore, to work out what function you have, how good you can function, work out what's the difference between how well you function and what you want to do. So usually we see tendon pain in people who have dysfunction, have poor function, and they want to do something that's much harder for them than what they're capable of. So you need your physio to work out what your base function is, and then to give you some exercises so that you can increase the capacity of your tendon so you can actually get up to that level of function you need for your sport or your activity.
Okay. And how do I know that it's a tendon problem and not something else? Is there any clue that I can use?
Yeah, there's a few clues you can use. So tendon pain, as we talked about, tends to be quite localized. It doesn't tend to spread and it only hurts when you load it. So if you run, it hurts, and if you stop running, it doesn't hurt. And so if you have pain that persists when you're sitting on the couch or pain at night, that is usually not tendon pain. So that's the first clue. The second clue is if you do fast sort of springy activities, you tend to get more pain. So if you have pain swimming, for example, you're not going to get lower limb tendon pain because it's very low load. So if you have pain swimming in your knee, it's going to be a different condition. So it's about the amount and type of load you do, and it's about where your pain is, are the two key clues that tell us whether it's tendon pain or not.
Okay, so I'm going to summarize. So if it's a local pain and it comes with load and it goes down when I'm doing rest, I should go to a professional physiotherapist and he will give me exercises to make me better.
Yes, that's right.
Does orthotic help?
Not often, no. So we used to think that your foot posture was very important in tendons, especially the Achilles. What all the research now tells us is it doesn't make very much difference. So spending a lot of money on orthotics and changing your shoes often doesn't give us very much help for tendons. So you're better off putting your money into joining a gym and actually getting some good exercises from your physiotherapist and actually going and making your tendon more capable of absorbing load. That's what it needs, rather than going for fixes that are passive and not active.
Okay, so the more active I am, the stronger my tendon will be.
Yes, the more you load it in the right way, your tendon will get stronger, for sure. And then you'll be able to do the activities that you want to do.
Thank you very much. Do you
My
have
pleasure.
anything else to tell the audience?
That mostly tendon pain is very curable. So it's very rare for us not to be able to get somebody better with tendon pain. The second thing, though, is that you have to do it. The person has to do it themselves. You can't go to somebody and expect them to cure your tendon pain. You go to your physio, they will tell you what to do, but you actually have to do it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. תודה רבה.